let's handle that right now. The sound. Uh, I had to wait a while to go live because we've already had two, three, technically three trash trucks roll through. And on top of it, they've decided to start trash compacting right outside of my balcony. So I have all kinds of noise pollution on Tuesdays. The third one was the large pickup. I never really count the large pickup in the truck count. Um, but that one comes in too, the large pickup. So I can expect at least four more today that will um, create noise pollution. Um, Amazing, just amazing. So I covered the Chantel videos over the weekend. I hope she's okay. I hope she's going to see some temples. I hope she's not over medicating herself, if you know what I mean. And I've been watching all this footage of Amber Lynn driving up to her feeder girlfriend. She has a very passive aggressive relationship with her mother, you know? Now, I think all of us probably have situations where um, things are said between relatives that we're not really happy about. And so there's a back and forth, of trying to reconcile the hurtful things that are said to each other. But Amber Lynn is constantly on her mother's ass, you know, um, constantly, like, making fun of her. Oh, she can't figure out how to use the windshield wipers on a rental. That needed to be part of your content, for real. That needed to be part of your content. You know, when I my pain for the injury that I have goes up and down, depending on. I think that it's kind of connected to my menstrual cycle. That it gets worse at certain times of the month, but I'm on depot, so I'm not bleeding, so I don't really know when my menstrual cycle is happening. Um, but there are times of the month where I have more leg collapses and pain, and just it's more difficult for me to operate. And that's when I need to use the walkers and stuff like that, right? Right now, I'm in a pretty good place. I've been walking fairly well for several days. So I'm pretty proud of that progress. But I can still feel the pain of that nerve injury up and down my leg at all times. But, my mom has come over and helped me with household chores, Like she's come in and done my dishes, put them away. She doesn't always put them away in the right place, but she doesn't know how I organize my kitchen. Am I going to make content out of that and be like, "Oh my god, my mom is so stupid. She doesn't know where to put my dishes." For real? Amber Lynn, are you constantly trying to make your mom into a clown? Wow. What an ungracious piece of crap. It always blows out. Always. I thought about whether I wanted to cover this Amber Lynn video, and I've seen it in a few places at this point. I mean, I don't think I do. I've taken many road trips in my life, and she makes a big deal out of stupid stuff, you know? And I have moved with cats on 3 separate occasions, cross country moves. So several days in a row. I did one from California to Virginia. It took several days because we couldn't be on the road all that long when you have an animal in the car. And they tend to, I've traveled with 2 different cats at this point, and they tend to kind of freeze up. You can put out litter for them, you can put out food and water for them. They're not going to touch it. They freeze up. They will not touch it. And so that's why you got to keep the rides kind of short. So we kept them down to about 8 hours. And we stayed in hotels that allowed pets. And made sure that we had those throwaway cat boxes. You can get the disposable cat boxes pretty much at any grocery store. And so you have a temporary solution. And I just estimated how many nights I'd be on the road, bought that many cat boxes, and I was fine, right? But the cats generally are too nervous to do anything. They don't want to eat. They don't want to drink. They don't want to. I don't know where you people are coming from. I don't know where you people are coming from. But anyway, um, I traveled California to Virginia, and then I did Virginia to California twice. Once for me and my son and my cat, and a year later for my boyfriend and his cat. So I've done it several times, and I know what it looks like to travel with a cat. And I kept those cats in a much larger carrier than what she's got her cats in. You generally don't want to put 2 cats in the same carrier either. That's not very safe. She also had them loose in the car at one point, which fortunately I don't think they were driving with the cats loose, because that could have been some serious crap. Like if the cats get up on your lap and get spooked, they can scratch the fuck out of you while you're driving. You can't do that. So she's got her dog and her 2 cats, and did her road trip eating some of the most disgusting food ever. Who the hell goes to Dunkin' Donuts for lunch? Really? So she went to Dunkin' Donuts for lunch and had some sort of like corn dog, I guess. But she didn't like the actual hot dog, sausage, whatever it was. And so So basically, she just ate the breading on that. And then she had also bought like a bagel that was had cream cheese inserted in it. So she's eating as much crap as possible to plump herself up as much as possible. I would say Mr. Snowflake did a reaction to that this morning. I would recommend that you check out his channel for the reaction to it. But he is appearing to get more and more frustrated with watching these ladies. And I don't blame him. I mean, like, how can you not get frustrated, right? So he's getting more and more frustrated with watching the ED channels, and Amberlynn at one point talks about how they had the air conditioning on low, but it was drying out her lips, and she was afraid she was going to get cold sores. So he pointed out that that's herpes, which it is. That being said, mouth herpes is present in about 80% of American adults. It's very common. And the reason that it is so common is because uh, parents share drinks with their kids. It's not always I'm, hooking up with the wrong person, right? Oftentimes you're getting it from your parents. I'm just being real. So, no judgment on that. I don't care. Like, as long as you're not kissing her with like an actual outbreak and trying to give it to her, then fine. Um, she, once she gets into Wisconsin, she says, I am breathing your air, Wisconsin, right? But this is also the time that she texted Alexa and said, I'm breathing your air, Alexa, right? So she's really messing with that girl's head because she doesn't want her to spill the beans on what she knows. Not that I don't think anything she knows is firsthand at this point. It's all shit that Amber's told her, right? So if it's third hand information, how good is that? I guess she just wants to calm her tits, make sure she's not freaking out. Which is fine, I guess. She apparently had some sort of in person meeting with Alexa and Tommy in the same location with red lighting. Very interesting. Hmm. Very interesting. So, I don't know what her game plan is with Alexa because Alexa is the kind of friend that I would have just cut ties with. Period. But she apparently wants to keep her wrapped around her finger. It's kind of a weird thing. Alexa is obviously um, easily manipulated, and she just needs attention. I think one of the things that Mr. Snowflake said was, or maybe it was one of the other channels. It might have been one of the other channels I was watching this morning. That um, Alexa broke up with her girlfriend because she was cozying up with Amber Lynn after she had been doing her dumping, right? Her I guess it was on TikTok. Was she putting this on TikTok or YouTube? I can't remember. It might have been one or the other. I saw it all through React channels, to be honest. But point being is she broke up with the girlfriend under the guise of it being because she was trying to, you know, she was disgracing her because she was coming after Amberlyn, and um, she was, being disloyal. But I don't think that's really what it was. I think that she already had problems with that girlfriend because it was coming out. Amber Lynn was saying stuff about it. Erica was saying stuff about it. That Alexa was talking trash about her girlfriend. And so once the girlfriend started chatting in Amber Lynn's thread, her chat on YouTube, she felt threatened by that because Amber Lynn is hers. She is hers, right? She's super possessive over that particular relationship. And that's why she didn't want Tommy there. She didn't want the girlfriend there. She didn't want Erica there. She doesn't want anybody there because she is super possessive over her relationship with Amberlyn. And she doesn't want any competition. She wants Amberlyn to love her. Period. On her terms. So she wants to be able to have control. She wants it to be on her terms. But she most certainly does not want any competition in regards to Amberlyn. So I don't know why Amberlyn took all of her animals up to Wisconsin. Because if you're only leaving for about a week, you get a pet sitter, right? But if you're bringing 5 bottles of perfume for a 5-day trip and, 5 pieces of luggage or however many bags of luggage and your animals, she's moving in. She is moving in. And how gross is that? She just met this woman at the end of June, according to her. We don't know if it actually happened earlier than that because she likes to lie about her timeline all the time. So anyway, that is the update with Amber Lynn. I am very hopeful that Chantel is going to see some temples today. I hope she does. And I think that, in regards to the general sentiment of the React community, that most reactors approach the content from a perspective of comedy, not of anger, not of resentment, not of competition, but rather we're looking for the comedic moments in what we're viewing. And there are some people who really don't understand that concept and are very angry. Um, so I have, over the course of several months, over the course of the last year, because I just started doing this in October of last year, um, unfollowed several channels and removed them from my news feed because they were overly negative, overly bitter, and it was difficult to watch. It put me in a bad mood. I don't need to see that. I'm here for the fun of it, for the humor in it, you know? For the, oh my gosh, you said that wrong. You know, you used the wrong word. That's so funny. Oh, you look terrible in that outfit. What are you thinking? You know, I'm here for the comedy of it, not for the I don't think that anybody that I'm covering is trying to personally attack me. You know? Like they probably if they are following my channel at all, I don't think they're threatened by my channel. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that they feel like I'm doing anything that is particularly out of the norm and harmful. But there are some very angry people in the React community, and honestly, I just have to unfollow them and push them out of my news feed because I can't handle that. Especially when they make me their subject. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I hope you guys all have a great Trash Tuesday. It's also Taco Tuesday. I might actually go out and get a taco today. We'll see. It's so weird. I got like people that walk by and like are listening to me and they giggle and they giggle and I had one guy walk down the street and just randomly yell out, Amberlyn Reed! For real, dude? Do you even know who that is? Like, what are you doing? Um, I have some weirdos in my neighborhood, you guys. We're also we're a desert state, so the temperature goes up and down. So it's like 60s in the morning, and then it's gonna jump up to 80s in the early afternoon. But as it stands right now, it is still cold, in my opinion. So, anyway, I hope you all have a great day and take care. Um, um, they canceled the HOA board meeting for the second month in a row. And I'm guessing that enough people complained that they sent us an email saying that there was going to be a Zoom call on Thursday instead. Because, like, what the fuck are you doing? What are we paying the property manager for? Why did we elect you to the board if you're not going to do these meetings and do your job, right? And by the way, in regards to everything I've said in regards to volunteerism, I obviously can't walk in the field anymore. There's not much I can do. But what I do is sit in as an observer on certain meetings. So on Monday night, while other people were having their meltdowns about whatever crap they were doing. I was sitting on the Democratic Party of Orange County's call and learning about all of the efforts, the phone banking, the knocking doors, the text banking, the postcarding, the fundraising, all of it on that call. Not only locally here in Orange County, but nationwide. Because we send a lot of people from our county and from LA County to other states that have important races. Because we know that there are fat fucks in the field who are acting like they're volunteering and not actually doing it. So we send people from out of state to get the job done. Anyway, we got, I think 6 weeks left, maybe 8 weeks left. I'd have to look at the calendar. I think it's 6 weeks left. No, it's somewhere in the middle. Somewhere in the middle. Because it's going to be the first week in November. It's the first Tuesday in November is the official election day. But if you get your ballot in the mail, please fill it out. Use a voter guide because you probably won't know much about your down ballot races. So look to your party of choice to fill out your ballot. They don't tell you what affiliation they have on the down ballot races. So just do the best that you can at this point. And hopefully my security system will save me from whatever kind of MAGA shit they want to do in my neighborhood. Because they already tried to bang my door down on fucking July 4th, right? Regardless of who did it, it was definitely politically motivated. I know that much for a fact. I've been an organizer since 2017. All right. I'm going to wrap it up here. Hopefully there's going to be some content out today. I'm not going to cover Amberlynn's little road trip bullshit. But check out Mr. Snowflake. He covered it. There's other people that covered it too. Take care, y'all. Have a happy Tuesday.